Kia ora TikTok. So we're checking in for your guys' weekly reading. This is going to be for our air signs. So that's Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. This will be from the 7th till the 13th of July, guys. So first we're going to get stuck into your guys' recent past, and then we'll have a look and see what it is you can expect for this week, okay? So we have the Knight of Swords coming out. With the Knight of Swords, we have the Knight of Cups coming out with the 8 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. So I feel like when it comes to your guys' energy, in your recent past, I feel like there was a sense of you guys overgiving. Okay, so I feel like you guys were sort of dealing with situations where I feel like you were sort of making things happen, and there were other energies sort of taking advantage of you, okay? I feel like you were supporting other energies in some type of way. I feel like this was definitely something that you carried a lot of burdens, okay? You put a lot of effort into sort of making something move, all right? And I feel like there was a sense of overgiving in the situation, and it got to a point where you felt quite off balance, okay? There was disharmony within you taking too much action towards something, all right? And I feel like there were other energies, or could be a particular energy that was sort of taking advantage of how much you were putting into this situation. Yep, we got the 3 of Pentacles coming out with the Hierophant and the Page of Cups on the bottom of the deck, guys. So I feel like this was a sense of you sort of committing to a situation that benefited other energies, all right? And I feel like this is where you needed to sort of pull back your energy and put yourself first. There's a sense of self-reflection that needed to happen within this situation because you were simply overgiving. Okay, and I feel like this could be overgiving to either multiple energies. I feel like if it's not multiple, guys, it's definitely you guys committing to a situation to benefit somebody else to a point where I feel like you were doing more work than sort of the energies that were benefiting from this situation, okay? There was a heavy lesson tied up in this that I feel like you guys had to sort of put yourself first when it came to overgiving in this situation and pulling your energy back, because I feel like over time you felt like you were getting taken advantage of, okay? And it was just there was some uneasiness with the balance, all right? I feel like it threw you off balance for a little bit and sort of got you tied up in a situation that necessarily didn't have anything to do with you, but I feel like you are supporting another person. If it wasn't another person, guys, other energies. It's showing up and supporting. It's showing up and committing. But I feel like in this situation, it was sort of emotionally draining you to the point where you had to stop showing up, okay? Or restrict yourself from showing up and overdoing it. Now it's forcing these other energies to sort of step up, okay, and take control. Because there was a heavy reliance on sort of relying on your guys' energy to make things happen. But I feel like in this situation now, yeah, you had to put yourself first. You had to put yourself first. You got the 6 of Swords coming out, guys. With the 6 of Swords, you have the 9 of Pentacles coming out with the 7 of Wands, all right? So I feel like there was a need to sort of self-reflect on how much energy we were pouring into this situation, okay? Because I feel like this is definitely something where you feel like you're committed to help these energies or this particular energy, but it was throwing you out of balance. And I feel like this week, guys, moving into this week, it's all about you gaining your independence back. It's about you balancing your independence and putting your energy first, okay? And sort of allowing these other energies from the past, guys, to sort of step up and start making moves for themselves. Yep, because I feel like it was affecting your emotional state, okay? You got the Moon card coming out on the bottom of the deck. So I feel like moving into this week, guys, there's a heavy need to sort of sit with yourself and bring yourself back to groundedness, okay? Because I feel like there could be other energies sort of in the background, making assumptions and sort of have a different perception to you. But I feel like moving forward, there's a need to ignore these other people's perception, all right? Because I feel like now that you're not feeding so much energy into whatever it is that you were feeding energy into, you could sort of spark some type of confusion when it comes to other people because they're uncertain, they're unclear of sort of where you stand. But I feel like you're just protecting your energy. You're just protecting your energy. And I feel like if there is going to be like some conversations or some talk sort of going around, guys, you need to keep moving in the direction you're moving in currently, okay? There's a need to pull back into yourself because I feel like coming up this week, guys, there could be things coming up where you guys need to sort of pull your energy back from overgiving to these energies and start putting your plans in place, because I feel like you're going to be moving in a separate direction, okay? Which is forcing these energies to sort of step up and take charge of what they have going on. All right, to protect your emotional state. Yep, so you really need to put yourself first this week, guys. You got the Queen of Wands coming out. There's going to be, and with the Page of Wands, all right? So I feel like you're going to be very protective of your energy this week, guys. And I feel like this is something that you need to be aware of this week, because you got to keep it moving. There's something that's going to pop up, okay? And I feel like this is something that's going to pop up unexpectedly. It's going to force you in a different direction. But I feel like this is also spirit coming in and sort of distracting you from this chaos that's sort of going on, because there's a need to guard your energy about surrounding what it is that's out of your control, okay? And sort of take charge and sort of take control in a different direction for now. They're sort of guarding your energy, all right? So there's a need to not allow these lower vibrational energies, because I feel like they are on a lower vibration. They need to step up and sort of take charge of what this is, okay, without sort of relying on your energy. Now, I feel like there's going to be something that's going to distract you this week, okay, and it's going to push you towards a different purpose. Your focus is going to be elsewhere, and it's a clear distraction, and I feel like this distraction is where you're going to have to put yourself first, all right, because there's a sense of you taking action towards something this week, okay? And it could be something that is sort of out of the ordinary for you, but there's something along your path that's going to be a little bit unexpected, but it's going to force you in a different direction, okay? And it's something where you're going to be quite passionate about whatever this is, all right? You got the Ten of Pentacles coming out with the Three of Swords. And communication. So there you go, guys. It's going to come through some type of communication. This redirection that's happening, guys, is going to come through some type of communication, okay? Now, we got the Ten of Pentacles coming out. So this could be in regards to something that, this could be either another energy, guys, or this could be something that's more aligned with your home life. Could be popping up this week, all right? And I feel like there's a sense of needing your energy to show up in this area at the moment, because I feel like there's some sort of healing dynamic, and it's bringing people together, okay? So I feel like by the end of the week, guys, there's a sense of bringing people together, all right? And this is the redirection that's happening with your guys' energy at the moment. It's going to clear up a lot of confusion from sort of what's going on in this past situation, guys, but I feel like you guys are being redirected in a different area, okay? And it's going to come through some type of communication that could be unexpected, all right? And I feel like this could be something that sparks up some type of gathering or communicating with other energies, okay? This could be family, but it's bringing people together by the end of this week. And I feel like there's a healing dynamic with that Three of Swords that could be happening. I don't see it being directly directly connected to you, but I feel like this could have something to do with either somebody else or someone that's sort of around you, and it's going to spark some sort of gathering when it comes to people coming together to sort of rectify something, okay? But I'm not seeing it being the same as sort of this past situation. Like I said, they're trying to redirect you in a different direction, okay? So I feel like when it comes to this situation from your recent past, there's a need to release that, because the emotions that were connected to the situation were draining your energy, okay? Moving forward, there's going to be something that pops up that's going to cause you to redirect, all right? And I feel like this is something that's going to bring support back around. It's bringing people back, okay? And it's sort of bringing a family dynamic with this. So I feel like there's something where there could be some type of gathering, and it's something where we could be receiving some type of communication, and it's bringing people back together, okay? And it's healing some type of dynamic. It's healing something, all right? So I want to get one more for this Three of Swords. Yeah, I feel like this could be in connection to another energy, okay? So I feel like there's a redirection happening with your guys' energy that's going to force you to sort of support in some type of way another energy, all right? And I feel like with this Ten of Pentacles, it's going to bring people together to support this energy, all right? So I'm going to leave it there with you guys. Good luck this week, and I'll talk to you guys soon, okay?